Today I'm here to share an uplifting message about 3 reasons why you absolutely can overcome serious debilitating anxiety or depression. Okay, the first one would be that there are people in situations almost identical to yours who have done it. So very often a lot of people like to believe that their previous challenges, whether they suffered some very serious abuse in their past, whether they've been fired or laid off or divorced or they suffered the loss of a loved one or whatever the case is, that is a big element as to why it is that they're suffering now and why they are likely to continue suffering in the future. Another big thing that people point to very often is their hereditary line, their genetics. They believe that it's something that just runs in the family and that they're permanently doomed. But what I can share with you is, after working now with so many people over the years, one thing has become incredibly clear, which is that individuals even dealing with the most severe levels of anxiety or depression, I'm talking about panic attacks or alcoholism or drug abuse, very serious challenges, have created an opportunity for themselves to create a natural path out of those circumstances. So if you can wrap your head around the idea that even the individuals who've suffered the most serious abuses, who have gone through pretty much what any human being could go through. I work with a lot of veterans, people who have witnessed a lot of very physical violence, those types of things, PTSD and so forth. If they can create a real natural path to live depression and anxiety free, why in the world couldn't you? Because it's not that they're any smarter or more capable or that their situation is different, they just applied a different set of tactics. And that brings me to point number 2, which is really the second reason you absolutely can overcome this, is if you just simply understand that different actions create different results. That's it. Where you're at right now is just a product of what you've done or not done to address your mental health. That's it. Doesn't mean it's going to be with you forever. Just means there has been a series of steps that you have not yet taken in order to actually eliminate the problem. Just like any area that you've succeeded in, you have to start with that end goal in mind, and you have to figure out what's the plan that's going to get me there. And sometimes it's a little murky. What is that plan that's going to get me there? So you have to template off of what somebody else did, how they did it, and ideally be able to extrapolate what that process was and apply it to yours so you can get the same result in a much quicker period of time, so you can get back to living your life. So if you really endorse the idea that, different action creates different results, you're not going to be holding on to this problem very long. And then the third and final major reason, honestly, that you absolutely can overcome this is because I will share with you the largest determining factor I've found that determines whether someone can overcome anxiety or depression, no matter how severe the case, is not the genetics, not the biochemistry, it's not the past, that they suffered from their childhood. It's none of those things. But actually what it is their beliefs about their situation. Meaning that when somebody adopts the idea that what they're going through right now is just a part of how it is, the demands of their work are just what they are, and the demands of their home life are just what they are, and they just have to learn to live with it. Or if they get caught up in the idea that, I just got to handle this myself, and that's the train of thought that they get lost in. Those types of individuals do not make real changes. That's not a way for you to actually overcome this. The more dangerous belief beyond that is even the idea of, look, depression and anxiety is just a part of who I am, and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life, which is just completely untrue. So if you endorse, however, the idea that I can and I will overcome this. If you really get resolute, don't just half-heartedly say, yeah, no, I think I can. That's a good start, but it's not enough. You have to be able to first endorse the belief that, yes, other people have done it, so of course I can. But then you have to get resolute. You got to get decisive. You got to do something different than you've done in the past. Because if you don't do that, and if you don't change what you've done in the past, you're going to get more of what you've gotten so far. So that belief, when somebody is really guided by not only the open-minded belief that this can change, but telling themselves not only can it change, but it will change now, and whether that person needs to get tools or they got to make some new decisions or step up in a couple areas or who knows what, get a mentor. those individuals who finally get resolute are the ones that make some real changes. So there's no reason you can't make it happen. I'd be curious, can you share your thoughts below? Maybe share with me, what do you think number 4 should be? What's the 4th reason you could absolutely make sure that you turn around depression or anxiety? Very much looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care.